US-Iran relations going downhill is quite standard. On the other hand, American ties with a different Asian nation are on the rise. We're talking about India. Washington has been quite keen to solidify this friendship with New Delhi. Both the blue and the red halves of Washington, both Democrats and Republicans, are part of a delegation coming to India. They're coming for India's Independence Day, the 15th of August. And back in the US, the other members of Congress may celebrate it too. American lawmakers want to declare August 15 a national day of celebration in the US. This is to celebrate the world's two largest democracies. The resolution has been introduced in the US House of Representatives. It may not pass this year though, as August 15th is almost upon us, but it shows the deepening of the friendship between India and America. Here's a report.
A week from now, India will celebrate its Independence Day. As usual, there'll be a speech given by the Prime Minister. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will deliver his speech from the ramparts of the iconic Red Fort in New Delhi. And many will gather there to celebrate the day of modern India's birth. Among those in attendance will be a few Americans, a delegation of US members of Congress. The group will be led by Ro Khanna and Micheal Waltz, a Democrat and a Republican. These two are the co-chairs of the US Congressional Caucus on India and Indian Americans. It's a bipartisan group tasked with building on the good ties the US shares with India. Khanna and Waltz have decided to commemorate the friendship by coming to India to celebrate the country's Independence Day. They'll be joined by Representatives Deborah Ross, Kat Kamak, Jasmine Crockett, Rich McCormick, Ed Case and Sri Thanedar. So, 8 members of Congress in total will attend the celebrations, 5 Democrats and 3 Republicans, which shows bipartisanship in an increasingly divided America. It seems one thing both Republicans and Democrats still agree on is India. The need for the world's oldest democracy to foster ever better ties with the world's largest democracy. If you look at India-US ties in the last few years, they've been improving steadily. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi was in the US recently. He addressed the US Congress. This was at the invitation of US President Joe Biden.
The chemistry in our relations is effortless.
The Indian Prime Minister had been there 6 times before that, during both the Trump and Obama years. It seems that no matter which party is in power, India gets a call. There are a number of reasons for this, like the looming threat of China. Khanna and Waltz released a statement where they highlighted this. They said, "We firmly believe that the US-India relationship will shape the 21st century and play a crucial role in upholding multipolarity in Asia while preventing the dominance of any single power such as China." So, containing China is one reason for the India-US friendship. But another big factor is the Indian diaspora. Indian Americans have taken on the mantle of model minority. They've risen through the ranks in every field, left a mark in business and politics and everything in between. Representative Ro Khanna himself is a good example. He's represented California's 17th district since 2017. The US delegation also has another Indian American member we should talk about, Sri Thanedar. He's a House representative from the state of Michigan. Thanedar grew up in India, and it seems his ties to the country are as strong as ever. He recently introduced a resolution in the US House, one which seeks to designate August 15th as a day of celebration in the US. Thanedar says it should be a national day of celebration of the world's 2 largest democracies. The resolution also seeks to acknowledge the contributions of Americans of Indian descent to society in the US, and expresses the belief that the strong partnership between the United States and India, rooted in shared democratic values, will continue to advance global democracy and foster peace, stability, and prosperity for all nations. It seems like an earnest attempt to bring the countries even closer. And it shows how the Indian diaspora plays a pivotal role in the good ties that India and the US share.